my subscribers. To be honest with you, I wasn't even planning on making a video. But because the reality of the situation is everything I told you that was going to happen is happening. I told you over a year, 2 years ago, Russia was going to win. I told you over a year and a half ago that Israel could not defeat Iran, and I gave you the reasons for it, why it wasn't going to happen. Now let me explain something to you. Pay attention to history. How did the Vietnamese survive the war against America? How did they do it? Tunnels. Tunnels. This is not a new idea. Tunnels. How has Hamas stopped Israel from defeating good grief. I just want to say all this so quick. The way Hamas kept Israel at bay was with what? Tunnels. And what was Israel doing? The same thing the United States did. Drop bombs. Iran has been looking at this for the last 50 something years. So they started digging tunnels. And as the tunnels got bigger and bigger, they decided, well, we're going to have to let's store missiles and things down here also. And the next thing you know, they just said, to hell with it, and they built basically an entire underground city. And then because of the terrain, they said to themselves, hey, they still might be able to penetrate our tunnels. And then somebody in Iran came up with a smarter idea. Hey, let's build our tunnels underneath mountains. Perfect. Perfect. And the United States, the same thing, no imagination, the same thing over and over and over again. So you knew they had the tunnels, and they've been building them for 50 years. They're intelligent, so they start building their own. They're doing what Africa is doing now, what the Sahel is doing now. What the Sahel is doing now, Iran started doing years ago. Building their own missile systems. And after watching, now I'm wondering who came up with the idea with the drones. But the drones is a beautiful idea. And because if you don't have an air force, then the next best thing would be a drone. And drones can be unmanned. And you can use drones are better used in unmanned aerial vehicles than they are than a fighter plane. Drones are makes more sense than fighter plane. And an aircraft carrier doesn't make any sense at all, because all that is a big target that can be knocked down. Now understand this, and which a lot of Americans don't understand. Because you spend the most money on your military does not mean that you have the strongest military in the world. Because you spend the most money on your military does not mean you have the best military. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to common sense. How do you use your technology in a common sense manner? Now understand this. Necessity is the mother of invention. And if you are the winner and you've been winning, you don't have the necessity to be creative. You become satisfied with what you are, satisfied with what you're doing, and you think it's going to work forever. And one thing about the United States is that the United States lacks imagination. The United States got its imaginations from black people, from the same people that the United States got its swag from, black people. Innovation, black people. We created everything here. When people talk about, when I hear white people talking about, oh, we want to give, oh, black people created, oh, they created the ironing board, the iron, clothespins, as if that's supposed to be, and that's supposed to be, I mean, who you kidding? We invented refrigeration, we invented the telephone, we invented the computer, we invented the internet, we invented cars, we invented airplanes, we invented it all. And the reality of the situation is, as African Americans, we've never been scared of Caucasians. What we've done is navigate. We've navigated this situation in order to survive and maintain some type of level of comfort. We've navigated it. But understand this. We are foundational black African Americans. That's what, but underneath that, we are Hebrew Israelites. We are God's chosen people. And and there is nothing that Trump does that we fear. What you gonna do? We done been through it all, and we have survived and thrived. Now, the thing that I'm looking at right now is that I'm thinking that as African Americans, once this debacle is over and America hits rock bottom, I think it'll be time for us. I think that we should actually leave here and do a mass migration back to Africa. Because, I mean, this country is just, I mean, how long can we put up? How long can we put up with this? How long can we put up with this? We are not inferior. We are superior. And how long can we put up with this? This silly game they play. Look, it doesn't matter whether we vote Democrat or Republican. We've had a Democratic Congress, and we had all Republican Congress. We had all three, Democrats had all three branches of government. Did they pay reparations? No. Did they do anything to help us? No. So all this talk about Kamala Harris isn't going to do nothing. She's a gatekeeper. She's married to the Senate. She's married into the synagogue of Satan. Revelations 2:9, Revelations 3:9. Now, those who want to call themselves black Americans, that's okay with me. I'm talking to the people of Deuteronomy 28. Those who follow the 10 Commandments, those who follow the diet in Leviticus, and those, most importantly, who follow Deuteronomy 22, verse 5, which calls homosexuality an abomination. And on a side note, the Grammys to me was just, with all due respect, was just a bunch of people who sold their souls to the devil. I mean, we know what's going on, and we know what's going on in the movie industry. People selling their souls, and it's the same thing with the Grammys. The same thing with the Grammys, and the funny thing about it is that these people who should be locked up, they're still being held in front of us as if it's something special about them, as if there's some people that we should look up to. No. The Bible says a rich man has as much chance of entering the kingdom of heaven as the camel has of passing through the eye of a needle. And the closer You don't have to know all the books in the Bible. Know everything in the Bible. There's just certain things you need to know. You need certain things you need to do. It don't make no sense to read the Bible and not follow the Ten Commandments and then say, you don't have to ignore that. It don't make no sense to read the Bible and then say, I want to be rich. And when Yahshua speaks against it. It don't make no sense to read the Bible and then be a homosexual. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. And I'm going to tell you the truth about something. This last election, you didn't have a choice on who. You did not have a logical choice on who to vote for. Because first of all, there is no such thing as a Republican and a Democrat. Now, I'm supposed to be a Democrat because I'm black. But guess what? I don't believe in homosexuality, and I don't support it, and I don't believe in abortions. I don't support that. I'm conservative there. So how can you categorize me as a liberal when I don't believe in all that liberal stuff? How can you categorize me as a Republican when I don't believe in racism? And I don't believe in war. I'm neither Republican or Democrat. But in the United States, you get two choices. They tell you what you are. They tell you if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Then this government tells you that if you're a Democrat, then you have to be pro-homosexuality, pro-abortion, pro the feminist movement if you're a Democrat. No. And that's why I say in that past election, we didn't have a choice. But I tell you this, whether you voted Republican or Democrat, you were going to be supporting the synagogue of Satan. Revelations 2:9 and 3:9. You're going to be not allegedly, but according to the International Court of Justice, you're going to be supporting what? Genocide. Either way you go, you're going to be supporting genocide. And another thing that's interesting to me before I go is that Trump is supposed to be a racist. Clinton is not supposed to be a racist. But early in the days, in the medieval times, to prevent wars, somebody from one country, as an example, somebody from England would marry somebody in France, and that would be unity. So a reason not to go to war against each other. And when I think about Clinton's daughter married into the synagogue of Satan, Trump's daughter married into the synagogue of Satan, that even tells me that as a black person, I don't have anybody fighting for me. Because if both of these people are supporting genocide, not allegedly, according to the International Court of Justice, if both of these people are supporting genocide, then what does that tell me about them being racist? But I'm going to end here because I know everything that's going on. I mean, I watch it religiously. And everything I told you how to prepare yourself for what's coming up. I told you to meditate on Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd. And Yahshua told you in the Bible to say the Lord's Prayer. When the disciples asked him what should they do when he was gone. And then another thing I told you should do is eat the diet according to the Bible. Don't eat pork. Don't eat shellfish. Don't eat fish without scales. Pork, shellfish, and fish without scales. I think it was those three things. And then follow the 10 Commandments. And that's all we have to do. And understand that the melanin in your skin, your melanin is an antenna to help you to pick up thought vibrations that will guide you through this crap that we're going through. Talk to y'all later. Like, subscribe.